Hoodie, ground control to Hoodie. Seriously, have you fused with the couch? That pizza is starting to look like a geological artifact from the Cretaceous period.
Just one more row, just the Scandinavian noir with depressed detectives genre. I can feel it, little owl. The perfect movie is out there. I just can't give up too soon.
You've been scrolling for over an hour. In that time, we could have filmed a whole short movie or at least eaten the pizza. You're suffering from a modern disease, bro.
What? Am I sick? Is it the blue light? The radiation?
Worse, it's freedom, or what you think is freedom. Your brain is on strike because it can't find the emergency exit amidst all these options. Put the remote down. We need to recalibrate your consciousness before you starve to death in front of the menu. The tyranny of freedom. The jam experiment. We need to talk about one of the biggest lies of our time. We grow up with the dogma, more choice equals more freedom, and more freedom inevitably leads to more happiness. It sounds so logical that we never question it. Everyone intuitively thinks more is better. Think again. Modern psychology, led by pioneers like Barry Schwartz, has brought an uncomfortable truth to light. There is a tipping point, a point where choice no longer liberates you but paralyzes you instead. At that moment, freedom turns into tyranny. Imagine you're in a supermarket, standing in front of a shelf. You just want a single jar of jam. In the year 2000, psychologists Sheena Iyengar and Mark Lepper conducted an experiment that rocked the marketing world, the jam experiment. They set up 2 tasting booths. Stand A offered 6 different varieties. Stand B offered 24. The result was paradoxical. While Stand B attracted significantly more people, our curiosity and greed pull us toward many options, something strange happened during the actual purchase. At Stand A, 30% of the people bought a jar. At Stand B, only a measly 3%. This is the proof. Too much choice kills action. We call this analysis paralysis. Your brain is like a computer opening too many programs at once until the fan starts glowing and the system freezes. This isn't just a marketing gimmick. There's a biological price you pay without even realizing it. Your brain is literally running out of fuel. But why is that? Why can't we just stay cool? The neurobiological bill, or decision fatigue, the problem lies in your hardware, Hoodie. Every decision you make, whether it's about your retirement plan or whether you want salami or ham on your pizza, consumes the same resource, mental energy in the form of glucose in the prefrontal cortex. Science calls this decision fatigue. Your brain is an efficiency junkie. When you're standing in front of 5,000 movies, you're forcing your system to run a simulation for every single option. How would I feel if I watched this right now? With 2 options, it's child's play. With 5,000, it's a marathon for your neurons. Eventually, your prefrontal cortex says, "I'm out, find your own socks." The result is exactly what we see with Hoodie. He can't decide because his decision muscle is already completely over-acidified before the movie has even started. But even if your brain doesn't go on strike and you actually make a choice, the next problem is lurking. I call it the ghosts of possibilities. These ghosts make sure you feel bad even while watching a great movie. Let's say you overcome the paralysis. You make a choice. You click on Movie A. Now you should be happy, right? Far from it. This is where the law of opportunity costs kicks in. In economics, this describes the lost benefit of the alternatives you didn't choose. In a world with only 2 options, opportunity costs are low. But on Netflix or Amazon, you aren't just deciding for one thing, you are actively deciding against thousands of others. While you're watching movie A, a nasty little saboteur in the back of your mind whispers, "Hey, remember the trailer for movie B? That looked way more exciting. And movie C had that actor you like. Did you really make the absolute best choice for your precious evening?" These ghosts of possibilities devalue your current experience. You can't enjoy the moment because you're mentally busy calculating the hypothetical joy of the unchosen options. The more choice you have, the easier it is to imagine that one of the alternatives would have been better. This is FOMO on a neurobiological level. Humans can be divided into two groups. One group is almost destined to be unhappy. Let's find out which one you belong to. The curse of the maximizer. We live in a culture of optimization. Psychology distinguishes between two types here, the maximizer and the satisficer. The maximizer is the tragic hero of our time. His goal is always to make the objectively best decision. He reads every review, compares every technical spec, and searches until he's certain he has squeezed out the absolute maximum value. The paradox? Studies show that while maximizers often achieve objectively better results, they might find the job that pays $500 more, they are subjectively unhappier. They torture themselves with regret and self-doubt, eternally asking, was that really the best I could do? The Satisficer, on the other hand, follows the principle of good enough. He has standards, yes, but as soon as an option meets those standards, he takes it and closes the file in his mind. He doesn't look for the needle in the haystack if the first straw he finds is comfortable enough to use it. The Satisficer saves time, energy, and above all, peace of mind. He knows that perfection is an illusion that only exists in marketing brochures. And if you think, oh, this only applies to Netflix or toasters, pay close attention, because this exact mechanism is the reason why modern dating so often ends in disaster. Dating apps and the grass is greener disease. Let's translate this to real life. Look at modern dating. In the past, you met someone in your immediate environment. Choice was limited, so you put in the work to make the relationship work. Today, we have Tinder, Bumble, and the like. We have an infinite catalog of potential partners in our pockets. The result, the paradox of choice, is destroying our ability to commit. We treat people like jars of jam. At the slightest problem, we think, one swipe away, there might be someone who doesn't leave their socks out and finds my jokes funnier. We invest less because the opportunity costs of a committed relationship skyrocket in our minds. We remain lonely amidst infinite possibilities because we're afraid to settle for good enough, while perfection might be just one click away. Is there a way out of this prison of possibilities? Yes, but it's the exact opposite of what the modern world tries to teach you. I'm going to show you the strategy used by the most successful people on Earth. The solution: artificial scarcity. How do we escape this trap? The answer is as simple as it is painful. We must voluntarily restrict our freedom. We have to learn to build walls again, where infinity overwhelms us. The most successful people in the world use artificial boundaries. Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day. Why? To have one less decision to make per day, to save their decision fatigue for the things that actually matter. You have to become your own bouncer. Set time limits. I have 5 minutes to find a movie. If I don't have anything by then, I watch a classic I already know. Or use the top 3 rule. Only look at the first 3 suggestions. Everything else doesn't exist for you. By artificially narrowing the choice, you give your brain permission to be satisfied again. You switch from searching mode into experiencing mode. Social proof. Thousands of people have massively increased their quality of life through minimalism and conscious restriction. It's not about having less, it's about having more of what you chose. True freedom isn't being able to do everything, it's being able to choose one thing and never look back. So, Hoody, do you want to keep being a maximizer zombie, or are you going to start outsmarting your brain?
Okay, I get it. I need to set artificial boundaries. No more infinite searching. I'm applying the top 3 rule right now. I only look at the first 3 suggestions, and one of them is it.
That's what I like to hear. Well, what does destiny say?
I don't care if there's an Oscar winner out there. Today, it's the tomatoes. I'm a Satisficer now. And you know what? The pizza actually tastes pretty solid cold.
Guys, stop scrolling. Make a choice right now. For example, for this video here on the left or the one on the right. Don't think, just click. Be a Satisficer.